everybody, welcome back to my channel, Ruth Mania JNTV. I have a couple more items that I'd like to share with you guys from the Ruth Mania collection. First off, I have a 1935 team photograph of the American and Japanese All-Stars in Tokyo. It says actually 1934. I believe it's a 1935 postcard though, so I really can't say for sure, but I'll show a close-up. And you can see Babe Ruth up top beside the guy in the black suit. Nice condition, the corners are they're sharp. It's centered pretty well for its age. Postcard is unused. Was never written out or sent out to anyone. Very nice condition. It would probably grade pretty high if it was sent out. It's ungraded at the moment. And then I have another postcard here that's very old from the 30s, 1930s, of the Yankee Stadium in New York City. Not sure if you can see Babe Ruth on there or not. And on the back, it's also clean, never been written out. Here's a really cool card from 1921, Babe Ruth. It's an E121 American Caramel Co. But what's cool about this card, it has a different back on it. It has a very rare back, one that I have never seen in the PSA registration or the SGC registration. Lou Gerton-Rich Candy Manufacturer. This is graded a 2 by an unknown company, but it is an original. Pretty good shape for its age, 1921. And I'm going to show you the back. It looks like it was at one time in a scrapbook though. I'll show you. Has a lot of print defaults and mistakes. And the ink, if you look under the loop, but you can see it says Lou Gerton-Rich. And from what I know about this player, he played in 2 games in his career, and he owned a candy manufacturing company, and he named it Lou Gerton-Rich Candy. The baseball player candy manufacturer, and you can see there's damage in the center there from a scrapbook. I would like to send this out to PSA in time and see if it comes back same grade. Here I have a couple of tickets, and they're very rare. This one's a 1932 press pass that once belonged to Joseph Carr. You could look his name up on Google. He was a famous, I believe, a coach or owner of a football team, and he was given this pass to attend every game of the 1932 season. And this covers all the games. From what I'm told, it also covers the called shot game in the World Series where Babe Ruth pointed his shot. But I cannot be certain of that, but I do know it covers the entire baseball season. Not sure of the postseason, since there's nobody to really to ask or find out in the records. Maybe I could contact somebody who knows more about it. But at this time, it's a 1932 press pass, once owned by Joseph Carr. And it's an original. And I'll show you the back. It covered games in Chicago, Detroit, Cleveland, St. Louis, Boston, and New York, and Philadelphia and Washington. Pretty cool pass. These are very tough to come by. They're very scarce in the collecting world of baseball. Again, it's 1932, the year that Babe called his shot in the World Series. And then I have a ticket here from 1933. Yankees versus the White Sox, and this was in 6/18/1933, and it was a doubleheader. Babe Ruth had 2 hits and Gehrig had 4 hits. It's graded a 5. It's a very nice ticket. The condition is pretty nice for its age. I love the contrast and the color of it. The red's really eye-appealing. The red and black goes nicely together. Here's what the back says, and this is one of the reasons I bought it. I liked how it said this. No gambling allowed, persons offering to make a bet on these grounds will be arrested. American League Baseball Club of Chicago. It's a beautiful ticket. Here we have 3 graded cards from PSA. One's a 1969 Global Imports Babe Ruth Ace of Diamonds, graded 4. Pretty neat card. Then we have a 1963 Bazooka Babe Ruth All-Time Greats card, and that's graded a 3. And we have a 1950 Callahan Hall of Fame Babe Ruth graded 6. I'll show a close-up of these. I like to mostly collect cards from the 1900s up to the 1950s, but these were a pretty good deal, so I added these to my Babe Ruth collection. Here I have 2 more, and these will be the final for the day. A 1932 Sanella Babe Ruth Type 2, and that's a graded 3 by PSA. Pretty cool image. Babe Ruth looking up after he hit a home run. 1932 was when he did his cold shot in the World Series. Here's the back. Pretty cool card. It was one of my first of the collection when I started 2 years ago. And then I have a 1948 Babe Ruth exhibit card. And I put this in a black frame. I have not had this one graded yet. Not sure I will. Oh. Always knocking things over. And you can see this was one of his final cards before his death in 1948. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, a comment, and share. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. Here's a 1920-1921 Babe Ruth Band, St. Mary's Industrial School Band postcard. I have 2 of these. This one's a bit different than the other. And there is only, I believe, 2 or 3 of these in existence that have been found in the collecting world of Babe Ruth Band. This is graded by JNG as a 5. And I'd like to show you what's really cool about this postcard. I can't get it to focus. There you go. It says on the bottom, St. Mary's Industrial School Band, Baltimore, Maryland. On the back, it says other notes. And it has all the information about the school here, because there was a bad fire that actually took part of the school and they were trying to rebuild it. But what's cool about it, right there, if you look where it says athletics, all branches, it says C. Babe Ruth. It's a very rare piece, and I thought you guys might like it. Now, as we know, Babe Ruth was befriended by brother Matthias. He was the closest one to Babe Ruth in St. Mary's Industrial School for Boys, and Babe Ruth became a sensation.